What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Borderlands 2, and it's another episode of my unique weapon guide. In this series, we take a look at the blue rarity weapons with red flavor text, what they are, what they do, and if they are farmable or a mission quest reward, where to find them. And today, we are taking a look at the unique weapon, the Commerce. The Commerce is a Hyperion submachine gun with probably the coolest paint job in the game. And when you walk with this gun, it actually makes kind of like a lightning effect over top of the paint job. But if you take a look at the damage output, these usually do at max stat somewhere just under 5,000, and when you compare them with a plasma caster, they seem underpowered. But the fact that they only consume 1 ammo per shot versus a regular plasma caster, I would actually say that this is not a bad weapon. So to farm for this weapon, you're gonna have to go out to South Pole Steam and Power out in Three Horns Valley, and you're gonna have to accept a mission called Assassinate the Assassins from the Sanctuary Bounty Board. And once you do that mission, you turn it in, the assassins will be farmable, and they all have 4 different unique drops. Although for this episode, we're only focusing on Assassin Watt, who drops the Commerce. So this unique was actually pretty easy to farm for. I didn't have a really hard time getting any of them to drop. The uniques in the game actually seem to have a pretty decent drop rate when compared to farming for a legendary, and that's to be expected. However, a lot of people are complaining that the legendary drop rates are a little bit too low. I would like to agree with that, but that's not the topic of the commentary. What we're talking about right now is this Commerce submachine gun, which is a very capable submachine gun in close quarters. It acts just like a plasma caster, except you're not going to have the muzzle flash like a plasma caster. It doesn't use 2 ammo per shot like a plasma caster. It has the same high elemental damage per second, a very low recoil when firing, and one of the coolest things about this gun is that it reloads really fast. Now, I want to take a second, though, to talk about why I don't like this gun, and that is because of the Hyperion weapon gimmick. If you take a look at the screen, you'll see that I usually start hip firing before I aim down the sight, and that's because the Hyperion weapon gimmick makes it so that every time you aim down sight, it's gonna be very wild for the first few shots, and then it's gonna keep getting more accurate. The only problem that I have with the Hyperion weapon gimmick is that by the time you're into the accuracy part of the gimmick, you're already halfway through the clip, and it's not going to be as effective as it should be if it wasn't a Hyperion weapon. So, like I said, this is a very good gun. It is a very good gun for taking down shields. But outside of the Necromancer or an SMG built Siren, I'd say that this weapon just feels pretty much kind of average, like a poor man's E-Tech plasma caster. So if you're having trouble finding E-Tech plasma casters, or you're really in need of a shock weapon, go ahead and farm Assassin Watt, because it is a very easy gun to get the drop, and it always drops with a shock elemental. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could throw a thumbs up on the video, I would highly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This was my unique weapon guide on the unique weapon Commerce, which is a shock submachine gun. So, like I said, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you guys later.